Welcome back. In this session, I will discuss the psychometric properties in more details. Last class we discussed psychometric chart and shown different properties on the psychometric chart. So, in this session we will discuss different properties and we will try to find out their correlations based on thermodynamic principles. So, the first is humidity ratio. Humidity ratio, which is denoted by omega. This is also known as specific humidity, and the definition of humidity ratio or specific humidity is, it is the ratio of mass of water vapor to the mass of dry air in a given moist air sample. So, specific humidity is mass of water vapor to the mass of dry air. When the sample is same, so that means V and T are the same for both water vapor part and dry air part. So, this mV can be written as total volume by specific volume of water vapor, and similarly mass of air can be written as total volume by specific volume of dry air. So, volume is same. So, this omega can be written as ratio of specific volume of dry air to the specific volume of water vapor. In the previous session, I explained to you that both water vapor and dry air, they follow ideal gas equation. So, from ideal gas equation we can write P into V A is equal to M A R T, and P partial pressure of water vapor, partial pressure of dry air into mass of dry air into R T, and P V is equal to M V R T, equation 1 and equation 2. Here R is R A and here R is R V. So, this equation is for dry air part and this equation is for water vapor part. Volume is same, temperature is same, but the partial pressures are different, specific volumes are different. Now, using these two equations we can write, see here M A is equal to P A V by R A T, and from here M V is equal to P V V by R V T. So, specific humidity omega is equal to, we can see M V by M A. So, we can write this as P A V by R A T divided by P V into V by R V T. So, we can see both numerator and denominator have V by T term. So, this is simplified as P V into R A by P A into R V, because V by T gets cancelled. Now, R A we have found out in the last class is 287 joule per kg Kelvin, and R V, the characteristic gas constant of water vapor, is 461. That also we found in the last session, into P V by P A. Now, this value if you work it out, it is 0.622 PV by PA. Now, we can further simplify this. The total pressure P, which is the barometric pressure or atmospheric pressure, is the summation of partial pressures of water vapor part plus partial pressure of dry air part. This we can write from the Dalton's law of partial pressure. So, P ATM can be also written as capital P. So, therefore, dry air pressure is partial pressure is atmospheric pressure P minus partial pressure of water vapor. So, finally, omega is equal to 0.622 P V by P minus P V. This is a well known equation and it is very commonly used for finding out specific humidity in the sample of a moist air, if we know what is the partial pressure of water vapor in the dry air sample. And also we can see that specific humidity omega is a function of partial pressure of water vapor, as P, which is atmospheric pressure, is constant. Total atmospheric pressure does not change. So, therefore, specific humidity depends only on the partial pressure of water vapor. So, this is very important because air conditioning, the control of humidity is very important and omega is a key property. The next property is degree of saturation. Degree of saturation, it is denoted by symbol mu, and it is the ratio of specific humidity of a given sample of moist air to the specific humidity when the sample is saturated at the same temperature. So, degree of saturation tells us about the moisture holding capability of moist air. If degree of saturation is less, that means more moisture can be added, and if it is fully saturated, no more moisture can be added. So, on a TS diagram, the saturation curve is like this, and at any given temperature, suppose the omega is, suppose your state is here, omega is here. At the same temperature, if the sample is saturated, then this is omega s. So, we can see that omega s has a higher value than omega, because here it is in the superheated state and here it is in the saturated state. So, at the same temperature, when temperature increases, the omega decreases. The third property is relative humidity, RH. This is similar to degree of saturation, but defined in a different manner. So, definition of relative humidity is, it is the ratio of mass of water vapor in a given sample moist air and moist air to the mass of water vapor when the air is saturated at the same temperature. This is very important, that air is saturated at the same temperature. So, by definition RH or phi, phi is also used for relative humidity, is mV by ms. So, we can see mu is omega by omega s and RH is mV by ms, both at the same temperature. So, their definition is different, but both indicate how much moisture can be added to the moisture sample. Now, again we can use the gas law. So, gas law says P V V is equal to m V R T when the sample is unsaturated, and when the sample is saturated, the pressure is P s. When it is not saturated, normal condition P V. So, M s R T, the equation 2. Using these two equations, we can write R H as P V by V R T and P S V by R T, or simply P V by P S. So, R H is equal to P V by P S. This is the most commonly used form of R H used in the problem solving. So, R H is ratio of partial pressures of water vapor in the actual sample to the sample when it is saturated at the same temperature, to the pressure when the sample is saturated at the same temperature. The fourth property, which is of importance, is dew point temperature. This property is very important in deciding the temperature at which the dehumidification can take place. If you want to dehumidify the air, the cooling coil temperature has to be lower than this temperature. So, dew point temperature, it is the temperature at which first droplet is formed when the air is cooled, at the constant partial pressure of water vapor, P V. So, this means when the air is cooled with keeping P V is the partial pressure of water vapor in the sample, constant. So, at the temperature when the first drop gets formed is the dew point temperature. So, on a TS diagram, it can be shown like this. This is the state of water vapor in a given sample. Temperature is T, and we know that constant pressure lines on a TS diagram are like this. So, air is cooled keeping P V constant. So, at this pressure keeping P V constant, cooling is done, and the temperature at which this constant pressure line intersects the saturation curve is called dew point temperature. So, we can see here it is T, which is d B T, and this temperature is d P T, or dew point temperature. So, in this session we discussed 4 psychometric properties. The next session we will discuss the remaining properties. Thank you.